This is our doggy. Doggy. This is little Splinters. We used to have her mommy, but her mommy ran away. See how smart she is? Watch this. See how smart my doggy is? Okay, Splinters. This is... Hey, kids. This is your mom. I'm going to give you some message. It's the day after Christmas. I just got home from work about 2 hours ago. But I want to tell you how much I love you and how much I appreciate the praise you got for me. I'm going to start with Claude, son number 1. Go down the line to my baby boy, Ken Allen. Claudie, I'm awful proud of the ring. It's awful pretty. It's too pretty to be on this long, skinny, ugly finger. So when this tape's over, I'll probably take it off and put it back in its box. I want to thank you and Donna, Claude and Alicia. Also, I want to thank you for the clock. I will put it up someday, Donna. Someday. And then, Alicia, she got me the picture where she's got her cheerleading outfit on. I'm proud of it. And I hope someday Alicia grows up to be a pretty smart woman with a good job, have a big family like her granny. No, I don't want that. Alicia, I hope you do good in school. Start minding your mom and your dad. Because someday you're not going to have them. Believe you me, it's going to be rough. And then I come to Claudie. Little Claude always seemed like he thought the world of me. He went and got me this pretty. And I'm awful proud of it. And Claudie's doing good in school, but I'd like to see him do better by his mom. Because you don't know what a mom is till you don't have it, and it's too late. So you start being better to your mom and your dad, okay? And Claudie, got a little message for you. I love you, and I guess you love me. Well, I know you do. But I just like you start coming around more. You start being more like Claude used to be. You seem like you've changed a lot. Might be because you're working too hard. I don't get to see you very often. That makes me feel bad. It hurts my feelings. Because used to, you'd come around, you'd sit and laugh and talk, and, well, we just had a lot of fun, but anymore it seemed like it. You don't want to be around your mommy, or really your brothers or sisters. And I know they feel bad. I know he's awful close to Debbie, Donnie, Tammy, Peggy, all the time joking, cutting up with Jennifer and Alan. It seems like now you're more like a loner. But I just wish that you'd start being back like your old self, because we all need each other. And one of these days, we all ain't going to be together, Claude. Donna, you've done a good job. I'm proud of you because you took good care of Claude and the house and the kids. You don't come around too much, but you do call me on the phone, talk to me quite a bit, and ask me if I need anything. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you giving me my grandchildren, taking care of Claude as good as you have. But I would like to see all of yous in church, and all of yous doing better. We all can do better, right? All the purities in the world don't take a place of love, and it don't stop a hurt, which I guess we all had our feelings hurt. I'm sorry if I've hurt y'all's feelings. But let's just start being family again, okay? Then I come to Debbie. Debbie, I don't know what to say about you except you're just like a sly old fox. And I guess that's one reason we named you Deb. You always seem kind of like a mommy to all of us, even down to me. If we need anything or need advice, it seems like the first one we think of is Debbie. I know Donnie depends on you a lot. And I know I do. I guess the rest of them, if they need anything, they come to Deb. Seems like Debbie can always kind of straighten things out for us. And you're sly, old girl. You're just as sly as a day is long. Ain't she, Ellen? And she went and sneaked around. She knowed I liked pretty things, pretty shelves. She knowed I wanted one. Leave it up to Debbie. She sneaked around, got all the young'uns together and said, let's go get Mommy a shelf. And besides that, that didn't suit her. Her and Johnny, they had to go and get me this doll. She knows I like dolls, and see how pretty it is. I'm going to have to name it Deb Bruce, or Debbie Bruce. Thank you, Debbie. You've been a good daughter. You've done a good job with your kids. I was awful proud of you and Johnny when you was taking them to church. It made me feel pretty bad when y'all quit going. And I just hope that you keep up the good work. We always depend on you when you're there. And you've always been there for us. And John, it's been fun having you for my chauffeur. Sit there every morning waiting for you to go beep beep to come and get me and bring me home. You've always got me home safe. As far as I know, you've always been good to Debbie. And I hope you keep up the good work. But I would like to see you start taking the kids and going back into church, because that's what you need. That's what we all need. And just start being a good daddy. And start taking the kids back to church, okay? Johnny, Little John, Becky, April. See, April, you were supposed to get that doll, but you didn't get it, little girl, because you talk too much. See, I don't talk that way, and I got the baby. Ha-ha. But Becky, she knows that Mama likes cherry candy. So she goes and gets me a big box of cherry candy, but I had 2 rats to get into it. One of the rats is Donnie. One of them was Alan. Well, Donnie, I know, eats 6 pieces. Alan said he eat 1, and that's just about all it's gone is 1 out of the 6. But I'll eat the rest of it. But Robert Green, I guess he thought that he'd sickened me out with cherry candy, because he was getting me 1 or 2 boxes every week, but it never did work. I ain't got sick on it yet. So I'm going to eat this, and every time I eat one, I'll think about you, because you're a good girl. I want to see you go on to school, make good grades. I'm awful proud of you because you went to school good. You're good to help your mom. I hope you continue to work, because, Becky, you don't know what a mom is. You don't have one. And April, what can I say to April? April, you're doing good in school. I know your mom and dad's proud of you. I'm proud of you. But you talk so fast you can't understand what you're saying, young'un. So quit talking so fast and start slowing down a little bit, okay? And Johnny, little Johnny, you're my first grandson. You're outgrowing us all. You're getting so tall. I'm awful proud of you, though. And you're a good kid, and you're a pretty boy. And you stay that way, okay? Then we come to Donnie. Donnie, I know you felt bad because you couldn't get nobody nothing for Christmas. But you did. You come down here and you mopped the floor for me. You waxed the floor. And you come down and clean the house up. Do anything I asked you. You've always been good about things like that. And I know that you don't have the money the rest of them has. But I do know what you did put some in on the shelf. And I appreciate you. I love you. I want you to be a better daddy. I want you to stop your fussing, your cussing, and your quarreling. Because one of these days the kids are going to be grown, they're going to be gone. And then you think back how good you'd like to have them back little again. I know I have. And Debbie, I hope that you and Donnie starts being better to one another. I'm not saying that you're not, but I just like to see you where you start going to church together, and you'd start looking out for what's ahead of you and start thinking about what's going to happen here in the future, because we never know. And it'd be a good thing to have the Lord on your side. Of course, I know I ain't got him on my side, but I would like to see all of you back in church. And Eric, I'm proud of you. He's proud of you when you was playing ball. He was a good ball player. You started doing better in school, and that shows that you're improving. I hope someday you'll grow up and be a good ball player, make millions of dollars, and give me half of it. Then we come to Jimbo. Jimbo, I don't know you too good. I ain't been around you much. And when you do come around me, though, you always come and hug me and seem like you like me. You tell me you love me, whether you do or not. But maybe someday you can start coming around me more, and we can be a little bit closer to one another, okay? And then I come to Petey. Petey, you're just like your daddy and your Uncle Al. I like to have Al and Donnie both back the size you are. Well, you could be there with them. God, I couldn't take 3 of you, so. But you stay in school, and don't worry, things ain't going to happen to you. You're going to be a big boy, a big man, not a big boy, but a big man. And when you get scared, just think about the Lord. He'll help you, okay? And then there's Missy. Missy, I don't know you too good, not like I do my other grandchildren, because I don't get to see you that much. But you look a lot like Tammy, and you're an awful pretty little girl. And I hope that you grow up to be a young lady, and you always find happiness, because you've had a hard time with your sickness. And I just hope that you get well real soon, don't have to go back to the old hospital. And then we come to Tammy. Tammy, you never had no kids, thank the good Lord. No, I know you would like to have one. I hate it because you couldn't be home for Christmas, but I did get to talk to you on the phone. And you're going to send Debbie $10 on the shelf. And don't feel bad because you couldn't get me anything else, because I know how it is. And I didn't get you nothing. Didn't even write you a letter. Just talk to you on the phone. And remember, about 5, 6 years ago, you got me the ring, and it means an awful lot to me. And I remember Steve said it would make my finger turn green. But it didn't. Still the same old pale, ugly finger. It would look kind of good maybe with that little green around it. It'd give it a little bit of color. Tammy, I love you. You left home when you was young. Got out on your own, but I would always thought that you would have been more to stay closer with me. And I didn't figure you'd be the one that would get off to yourself like you did, but I'm proud of you. Then we come to Peggy. Peggy, what can I say about you? Poor little Peggy, she's all the time saying she loves you. Well, Peg, I know you do. You don't have to go out here and work and spend your money to prove that, because I know you love me. And poor old Peg went and got me this doll. I know she worked hard for the money and appreciate it, but she could have bought for her own kids and Billy. Been a whole lot better, because I'm getting too old and ugly to have pretty dolls, Peggy. But anyway, we'll name it Peggy Ruth, okay? I got a Debbie Ruth, and a Peggy Ruth. Billy, I know you've been good about helping Philip with his homework. I know you took him to school, seen he got across the street and everything, and I appreciate that. And I have enjoyed eating your pizzas. Pretty good pizzas, Billy. Might make a good cook someday. And I just hope that all of you be happy together. I'm glad to know that you're just going to church. I just hope you keep going, and a day will come when we can all quit cussing and start loving one another a little bit more. And Philip, well, Phil, who can say anything about Phil? Phil is stud Phil. I didn't ever think he would turn out to be a stud. Philip, I'm proud of you. You went to school good. You've done a good job on your work and everything. And I just hope that you keep it up. And remember, just remember what we taught you when we was taking you to church, okay? Then we come to Joshy. Joshy, I love to fuss with you. I like to quarrel with you, but bless your heart, Santa Claus brought you some pretties, and you brought some of them to give to your old mama. I'm awful proud of him, Josh. Thank you a lot, but I'd much rather argue with you than to take your pretties, okay? And Adam, I'm awful proud of you. You've come a long ways. And I love yous. Then we come to Peggy, Jennifer. Yep, we come to Jeannie. Jennifer, what can I say about Jennifer? Jennifer's always been the homely type. She likes to stay home. Well, I first thought when she started working at McDonald's she was going to turn out and be like me, but thank the good Lord she wised up to it and quit. I'm glad that you and Robert and Gizmo seem like you're happy. And I know you care a lot for one another. I'd like to see y'all get in church, because at one time there, we was going to church, and I know we all felt better, and I felt awful good seeing old Robert up there singing, and little Philip. Maybe someday we can go back to that. I just hope so. But Jeannie, you're about as sneaking as Debbie. Not quite. Of course, Robert and Alan was in on the deal. But y'all went and got me a doll. And I guess you know how much I love dolls, especially that little boy. I'm awful proud of him. We named him Jan Allen Robert. His initial spells Jar. I got it right. I was saying jam, and would you believe I got it right this time? I'm awful proud of him. And I know you can love me, and I love you too, Jeannie. But I want to tell you something, Jennifer. You think you got one kid, but you got two. One of these days, little Gizmo's going to be growing up. He's going to be leaving home. He's going to say bye to Mom and Dad. But Jennifer, you'll always have a kid with you, because Robert will never grow up. Robert will always stay a kid. One of these days, Gizmo's going to be older than Robert. Gizmo got me some candy. Gizmo knows Mama likes gum drops. He knows nobody else will eat them like Mama, so he knows Mama will get a lot of that. But Robert, we've had a lot of fun taking Don to the hospital, watching him go to jail. And I don't know, it just seemed like it. Every time I turned around, Robert was there. And I know you're good to Jennifer. Well, yeah, and you know you better be good to Jennifer. No, I didn't mean that. I know you're good to her. I know you're a good daddy. I just hope that you stay that way, but I would like to see you back in church. And after I ate Becky's candy, I won't be having no more cherry candy, Robert. I like it. I love it. Well, now comes my son number 6? My son number 3, really. Alan has always been, well, to me, he's been a maid, he's been a cook, he's been a nurse, and I guess some of you may be jealous of him, but I don't see why, because he stays here. He has to listen to my moans and groans. He has to cook for me. He stays up with me every night if I'm sick, and you guys don't know what he goes through with. He goes through hell and back sometimes for me, because he knows I'm sick when y'all don't know it. And I know he worries about me. And I think he deserves everything he got and a lot more. I know y'all love him, but I just want you to love one another. I want to see Claude start being a brother back like he used to be. And used to, you kids seem so happy. You go around one another, you laugh, you joke, you cut up and carry on. Now it's different. I've seen you get your feelings hurt, and I know it hurts Donnie when he comes out here. And if Claude comes and don't say something to him, I know it hurts his feelings. And I guess it hurts Claude's feelings. He's probably waiting for Don to say something to him. And I know at one time, Claude, Debbie, Donnie, Tammy, Peggy, Jennifer was all, and Alan was all close. And it seemed like you guys are just going farther apart. Just wishing to all start getting together. And Allie, I'll give you a hard way to go, young'un. But I love you. And ain't too many people put up with an old grouchy mommy like me. Even for a camcorder. Well, Philip, it's time to get you in here now. I've known you since you was about knee-high to a grasshopper. And I always figured someday you and Tammy'd get married because that's all y'all done was fuss and quarrel. But you've always spent Christmas with us. You've always remembered me on Mother's Day. Birthdays, Christmas, whatever. Philip never did forget me. And I love you, Phil. And I'm awful proud of the pretty things that you got me. So maybe next year you can get me 2 more of them. These might get lonesome. See, I need another daddy and another little one. Okay? I love you, Philip. You're number 1. Then we come to Tessa. Tessa I ain't knowed her too long. About a year. But she just seemed like she just come and blended right into the family. She likes Debbie awful good, and I know she likes Jennifer and Peggy and Tammy. She's all the time talking how happy and jolly Tammy and Debbie seems like they are. And well, Tammy and Debbie never just seemed like they had any troubles. They always seemed jolly and could kind of pass their troubles off. But anyway, we'll get back to Tessa. She calls me every night. She's went to the doctor and got the medicine for me because she know I won't go. And every time she calls me, like all the rest of them, the last thing she tells me, she loves me. And it means a lot to me. And Tessa paid on the shelf, and she also got me this pretty bear. And Tessa knows I like pretty things like she does. And I guess I'll have to name it Tessa Ruth. I want all of yous to know I love yous. If yous never got me a thing, if you just come around, that's all I ask, is just for y'all to be like family and start being like a family. And I hope we get to spend a lot more together, but if we don't, and something happens that we're not together next year, I love yous. And I'll be with you in spirit. And do you want to see me disappear? If you want to see me disappear, all we have to do is say the magic word, and I will disappear. Here I go. Poof.